Hey everybody, Michael Soothing here. In a previous video, we did the unboxing of the Pokemon board game, card game, which was a trainer kit. And today what we're going to do, I have not read any of the instructions, and I have no idea how to play, but this trainer kit insists that it's going to show me how, that it's really easy to learn to play it. Remember this sticky stuff? I guess I'm still playing with that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set it up the way it says, and we're just going to follow the instructions and see if it makes sense and see if we can learn to play, okay? So without further ado, let me change the position of the tripod and set everything up and see if we can go through it and learn this simple game. All right, everybody, let's start by doing what they tell us to do, which is to spread this thing out, this gameplay board. Looks like all the instructions are on the back here, but I don't think that you can read the instructions on the back while you're playing the game on the front, do you? So that kind of baffles me just a little bit. Not to worry though, we have our trainer kits that we can follow. So let's spread this out. I don't know what that's for, but we'll just move that out of the way. We'll move that out of the way. And we'll open this all up. Let's see if we can fit the whole thing here where you can see it. Pretty much, I think, most of it. There's a little bit of light glare, but, you know, we'll do our best. So let's follow the instructions and see what we can find out. I will start with, which one is Pikachu? Okay, this one is the Suicune. And so we'll stick those over there for now. I've left these cards in the exact order. It says don't mix up the order. Don't shuffle them, so I won't. I'm not changing the order by doing this, everybody. Okay? I might be pretending to shuffle them, you know, but it would be a false shuffle because I'm not changing anything. So we'll put Suicune's thing there, and we'll start with the Pikachu instructions. Let's see what it says to do. Don't shuffle your deck. We didn't. So, first thing we do is we would flip a coin to see who goes first. But in this case, Pikachu's going to go first. Put your deck face down on the playmat. Hey, I can do that part. It even says deck right there in case I'm confused, right? We'll put it right there. Next step is, where are we? See, I got lost already. I'm still on setting up. Draw 7 cards. I guess that would be the top 7. And it tells you what they're going to be because it has preset them up. So we'll take 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it says that these cards should be Tailo, which we have, a couple energy, 3 or 4 energy cards, Electivire, and Glameow. So they're all the right ones. It says put the Glameow face down as your active Pokemon. And where do we put that? my active Pokemon. Put the Glameow face down as your active Pokemon. Where? Oh, right here. Duh, you're all laughing at me. There's my active Pokemon, Glameow, alright? What else do we do? Your opponent will put a Pokemon face down as his or her active also. So we're going to be our own opponent, and we're going to follow these instructions too. So we'll draw the top 7 cards, just like it says here. On the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to put those where it says deck, right? No, that's where the deck goes. We're going to put the 7 cards someplace. I don't know. But we're going to take the top one. Oops. On that side, the active Pokemon will be put Eevee face down as your active Pokemon. So we'll find Eevee in here, and we'll put Eevee down as the active Pokemon. And what did we have here? Glameow. Now we've got our actives. Alright, let's keep going. I don't have much battery power left, you know. So we might have to do this in 2 parts. Now we're going to put Tallow face down on your bench. Tallow on your bench behind the active Pokemon. The bench is where you can have up to 5 Pokemon waiting to battle. During your turn, you can put basic Pokemon on your bench until you get to 5 total. Electivire is not a basic Pokemon, so it can't go on your bench. So I guess I gotta find Tallow. There he is. Double pack. Yeah. And we're going to put him on the bench. Okay? What do we do with the rest of these cards? I don't know. Alright. But we did that part. Put the next 3 cards of your deck face down in the prize card area of the playmat. These are your prize cards. When you and your opponent are both ready, you can turn your active and benched Pokemon face up. Okay, so I don't know what happened with these 5, but I guess I'll just leave them here for now. And we take, what did we do? 3 more cards of the deck. And we put them in the prize card pile like that. Now we will do the same thing on the purple side, I guess. We'll take 3 cards from the deck, put them in the prize card area, and let's see what other instructions we have on that side. Follow. Wow, I'm almost out of battery. This is bad. We drew the cards. We put Eevee face down. Put Ducklet onto the bench. And put the next 3 cards in the prize pile. Okay, so we gotta find Ducklet. And he becomes the bench guy. So let's find Ducklet. There he is right there. Ducklet. It's kind of cute, I think. He's able to lunge. That's his attack, I guess. We put him on the bench. There we go. Where we put these, I don't know, but we'll just stick them down here for now. All right, what's next? I think we're ready now to take our turn. Draw a card. You always do this at the beginning of your turn. It's a basic Pokemon in this case, Electrike. So let's see if that's true. Yep, we have our cards in the proper order. It's Electrike. Okay, put Electrike onto your bench. All right, here we go. I think we can turn our cards face up now, it says. So we turn all of these face up. Okay, what happens next? So far, I'm as lost as if somebody dropped me onto the surface of the moon. Aren't you? Okay, that's because I'm an old guy. We don't learn new tricks easily. Okay, attach a basic energy card to Glameow. Place it under Glameow to show this is energy it can use. All Pokemon need energy to use their attacks. Okay, where do we get, I suppose that's from the 3 cards we put on the side. I don't know. So we put that under Glameow, an energy card, right? Okay, so far so good. The player who goes first cannot attack on his or her first turn, so end your turn. Gee, I didn't get to do anything yet on the Pikachu side. Let's put this on the next instruction so we don't get confused. Our second turn, number 2, right? Put that right there. My battery is got 1 minute left, which means we're gonna have to end here and do a part 2 after we charge. What a drag. Okay. Either that or I gotta find an extension cord. Well, let's see. We'll start at least on this side. Maybe we can get through this before it... Nope, it's gonna die. Gotta turn it off. Alright, everybody. I found a solution. Sorry about the glare and stuff. Best I can do with this lighting. Maybe I'll turn it down just a little bit and see if that helps. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Okay. So now I got it just close enough to plug in. So except now I can't read it with the light down so much. We'll turn it back up a little. Okay. So we will go to the opponent's side now, which we also are. On our first turn, we will draw a card, and which I assume, okay, and it says, yeah, I can't read this, gotta turn up the light, sorry. Draw a card. You always do this at the beginning. It will be the basic Pokemon Froakie. Alright? So, and sure enough, it is indeed Froakie. Alright, Froakie's gonna go where? On the bench. Put Froakie onto your bench. Note that you can't evolve it into Frogadier just yet, because a Pokemon can't evolve on the turn it comes into play. So we put him on the bench. Attach a basic energy to Eevee. Put it under Eevee to show that is energy it can use. I assume we do that from this pile of 7 that we initially pulled. And although it doesn't say so, we will put the basic energy under there. Okay? Alright, what's next? Attack, okay. Pokemon, yeah, okay. Attack your opponent's Pokemon. Glameow. Yes, with Eevee, telling your opponent that you're using Eevee's tackle attack. Tackle has a star symbol next to it. This means that to use tackle, you need one of any kind of energy attached to it. I think I'm gonna have to find the little pieces. I think they're in this box. I think we're gonna need these. So let's dump these out someplace handy where we can get to them. Over there, right? I don't know what we're gonna do with them just yet, but I'm sure we're gonna need them for something or other. So, there we go. All right, now where were we before I interrupted myself? I'm sure that any minute the clock will start making noise. Put 1 damage on Glameow. What is a damage? Attack your opponent's Pokemon with Eevee. It has a star symbol next to it. This means, let's look for the star symbol. Oh, yeah, because it says tackle here, and it only takes 1 star. I guess that means you only need 1 energy, right, to use. So, when you attacked, put 1 damage counter on Glameow. I believe that the damage counter must be that little 10. For every 10 damage an attack does to Pokemon, put 1 damage on that Pokemon. Okay? We'll do that. What's next? Attacking ends your turn. Now it is your opponent's second turn, and he or she will get to attack with Glameow, putting 2 damage counters on your Eevee. Okay? So let's go to number 2 turn for our Pikachu guy. Draw a card. It's the basic Pokemon Blitzel. I guess we draw from here. And sure enough, Blitzel is indeed the card, right? He does a reckless charge attack. You know, I've been around family members who did an attack kind of like this from time to time. Anyway, put Blitzel onto your bench, okay? There we go. My back's starting to hurt. I think I'm gonna sit down while we do this, because I've been standing up to do it. Learning Pokemon can be, kind of a stressful and a physically difficult exercise, don't you think? Attach another energy to Glameow. All right. I guess we do that from these 7 cards that we started with. So now he has 2 energies under him. Attack your opponent's active Pokemon, Eevee, with Glameow, telling your opponent that you're using Glameow's Scratch Attack. The Scratch Attack requires 2 energies right there, see? So we'll do 2 energies on Eevee. We'll put those there. Okay. What's next? Put 2 damage counters. We just did that. So see, we're learning something at least. Attacking ends your turn. Now it's your opponent's second turn. So the next thing we'll do here is number 3. We'll get that set up so that my bad short-term memory doesn't have to come into play. All right. Now it's turn 2 for the purple guy, which we also are. And on his second turn, draw a card. It's a stage 1 Pokemon, Seaking. Let's see if that's right. Yep, that's good. So we are set up correctly. We're back from yet another rude household noise interruption. Seeking. Do you notice it says that it has a reckless charge that does damage to itself? This would be like a person who's self-destructive, I think, or something. I don't know. Anyway, and it has a horn. Don't get gored by the Sea King horn, you know. That could be very painful, depending on where it goes. Where do we put him? The Sea King. Do we put him on the bench? I'm assuming that we do. Let's put him down there for now and see what's next. Evolve. Oh, wait. Attach a basic energy to Eevee. Okay, so we're going to do another energy card from over here to attach to Eevee. There we go. Eevee's got 2 of them now. I'm losing track of these little things. Put those back on top. This is kind of a messy game, you know. Hey, nobody said Pokemon would always be pretty, okay? So, evolve Froakie into Frogadier. Frogadier's card says, evolve from Froakie in the top left corner. Stage 1 Pokemon evolve from basic Pokemon. To show that Froakie is evolving, put Frogadier on top of Froakie. I don't see where we have Frogadier. Damn, these noises are driving me completely insane. And this is a quiet day. Every 5 seconds, okay. Evolve Froakie into Frogadier. Let's see here. Do we have both of those? We have Froakie. We have, I don't see Frogadier though, so how are we going to evolve him into that? Frogadier's card says evolves from Froakie. Let's see here. Yeah. Basic Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. All right. So how does that work? Stage 1 Pokemon evolve from basic Pokemon. To show that Froakie is evolving, put Frogadier on top of Froakie. Frogadier keeps all the energy and damage counters that are on Froakie. But Froakie doesn't have any energy and damage counters. So how is he going to keep? Anyway, let's see. Is Frogadier in here maybe? Yep, there he is. So I guess he's evolving now. So we put him on there. And yeah. This is just as simple and clear as mud so far. All right? Attack with Eevee's Lunge. For this game, assume you flip heads and do 30 damage. Put 3 damage counters on Glameow. Okay, we'll do 3 damage counters, which I guess are these little 10s. So I think Glameow has like 4 damages on him now. End your turn. On your opponent's turn, he or she will put 2 more damage counters on Eevee for 40 damage total. I don't know why they're telling you that in advance, but I guess just to explain the game, right? So we'll put this down and go on to turn 3. And turn 3 says, your third turn. Draw a card. It's a stage 1 Pokemon, Manectric. Let's find out if that's true. It is true. There's Manectric. Manic likes to bite. Have you ever known any Manics who like to bite? I have. Okay, so my rear end is still sore from that, as a matter of fact. All right, so he does a random spark attack. But anyway, what do we do with this guy? Evolve Electrike into Manectric. Okay, so we put him on Electrike. So the electric guy evolves into the manic electric guy. To show that it's evolving, put it on top. Alright, we did that. Because Glameow already has all the energy it needs for attacks, attach an energy to Manectric. Guess that's from these 3 cards. No, wait, that's the ones from that guy. From these 3 cards we had before, we attach an energy down here someplace. Alright? Put to attack your opponent's active Pokemon, which is Eevee, with Glameow using the scratch attack. Okay. Put 2 damage counters on Eevee, giving it 40 damage total. Alright, we'll do that. How am I going to explain this game to a kid when none of it makes any sense to me yet? Okay. End your turn. Now it's your opponent's turn. Your opponent is going to knock out Glameow. Ooh, what a drag. And claim a prize card. A Pokemon is knocked out whenever it has damage counters equal to its HP or more. So 6 counters or more for Glameow. You'll put Glameow and all cards attached to it into your discard pile face up and set aside the damage counters to use later. Then bring forward Manectric as your new active Pokemon to continue battling. But they're saying all that before it's happened yet. So I think they're premature. But anyway, let's put this down on number 4 coming next and go over to the 3rd turn. Over here, draw a card. It is the basic Pokemon Goldeen. Okay, let's see if that's right. Yep. It's like one of those fancy goldfish, right? Goldeen. Put Goldeen onto your bench. Okay, we'll do that. Since Eevee has all the energy it needs for its attacks, attach an energy to Frogadier on your bench. I guess since Frogadier is evolving and all, right? So we'll put an energy on Frogadier down here. Okay. Now what? Attack with Eevee using lunge and flip heads again for 30 more damage. I guess we had to flip a coin or something. Knock out Glameow. Glameow has 60 HP, which means it can take up to 60 damage. Once it has taken 60 or more damage, it is knocked out of the battle. It now has 7 damage counters on it, so that is 70 damage. Your opponent will put Glameow and any cards attached to it into his discard pile and set the damage counters aside for further battles. Alright, so I guess we put more of these little discs over here, and he gets knocked out along with his energies. We save these little things for later, and all of them go to the discard pile like that, I'm assuming. take a prize card, I guess because you won that battle, right? So you take a prize card. Where were the prize cards again? Oh, that was down here. Uh-oh, I think we're getting these mixed up, but they're all energies. The prize cards were energies. So we take a prize card. Yeah. This is your reward for knocking out an opposing Pokemon. When you take all your prize cards, you win the game. End your turn. Okay, it's an energy, but I don't know what we're supposed to do with it. I guess we put it down here or something. All right. Now it's your opponent's turn, and he or she, or it, or an alien, no, it doesn't say that, will knock out Eevee. Just as your opponent did, you'll put Eevee and any cards attached into your discard pile and set the damage counters aside, etc., etc., and go on to turn 4. So now we'll put that down there, and we'll go to turn 4 on Pikachu's side, right? Draw a card. It's a Pikachu Libra. There we go. That's what it is. That's cool. Put Pikachu Libre on your bench. Okay. Attach a basic energy to Manectric. A basic energy. That must be from these cards over here. Oh wait, those are the prize cards. I'm getting things confused. That's the discard pile. Getting things all mixed up. Okay. The electric, we attached the energy to Manectric. So he's got 2 energies now, right? Attack your opponent's active Pokemon. We're supposed to move all this up here, they told us last time, even though it wasn't our turn to do it yet. So I don't like the order of their instructions. And I have to sit down again because I have a weird back pain going on. Attack your opponent's active Pokemon with Manectric's Bite attack. For 40 damage, put 4 more damage counters on Eevee for a total of 8. Okay, so we'll put all those little damages on Eevee, and he gets knocked out, and he goes to the discard pile. We put all those aside, and all of those cards go over there now, right? And Eevee has 50 HP, and A damage was enough to knock him out. Take one of your prize cards, and add it to your hand. This is your reward for knocking out. Okay, this is my hand over here, I think. Oh no, that's the discard pile. Where is our hand? I don't know. It's over here. Or something. Because they don't really have a good way to segregate. I guess you hold the cards in your hand, but since I'm showing you this, I'm not holding the cards. While you are taking your prize card, your opponent will be moving Frogadier into position to keep battling next turn. Oh yeah? Okay. So Frogadier and his energies come up here, I guess. End your turn. Now it's your opponent's turn, and his or her Frogadier will attack with Cut, putting 3 damage counters on Manectric. Okay, so you get the idea of the game. Maybe. I get the idea of the game. Maybe. you do attacks back and forth, and until you knock certain things out and get certain energies. And I guess you keep going until all the prize cards are gone. And that's how you win, because you knocked out more of your opponents than he knocked out of yours. So whoever uses all their prize cards up first wins. Let me cut to the end and see if it says anything different. End your turn. Your opponent will knock out Manectric. Put it in the discard pile and move Pikachu Libra up to be your new active Pokemon, etc., etc. And you do more attacks back and forth. You do Pikachu Libra's quick attack. And in the end, you used up all of your prize cards, and so you win the game, okay? And then you play again. Okay, so that's how it works. And I understand what we did, but I don't really understand why we did it. So that's okay though. Yeah, I think I'll go for a walk and play some Pokemon Go, now that I understand everything there is to know about Pokemon, the card game, or everything that I'm capable of learning about it. All right, everyone. Now that we've played and followed all of the instructions, you may ask, okay, Mikey, are you now an expert in how to play Pokemon? And my answer to that is no. You may ask, do you know how to play the game now? My answer to that is, I don't have the slightest idea what we just did. You may ask, are you going to continue on and try again? My answer is, oh, but of course we will. We'll make more videos on Pokemon in the future. But meanwhile, I'm going to scratch my tired head that is spinning now, and maybe do a little online reading, since I've done no due diligence on Pokemon, and see if I can't come to a better understanding. So until next time, everyone, don't ASMR and drive, all right? Bye-bye.